What's going on, everybody? This is Sandbox Quint. Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to say I had a crazy response to that last video that I made, the deck system. I just want to thank everyone for watching it and sharing it and commenting and all that stuff. Apparently it's helped out a lot of people, so that's kind of what I was going for. I'm glad if you took anything away from it. I'm glad that it was able to help you out. Anyways, I wanted to record another video sort of as a follow-up to that. I go back and I watch it now, and that was only like a week ago, but I'm looking at the deck that I was running in that video, and I'm just like, oh man, that's not that great of a deck. Just, and everything is based on trial and error. Just playing and figuring out like what works and what doesn't work, because I mean, this is, as it says up here, this is pre-alpha, so everything is sort of subject to change, and everyone's still kind of figuring stuff out and all that. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do is let's take a look here what I'm running now. What was I doing before? Let's see. No, it's not even that one. I don't even think I have that deck anymore, to be honest. So this is my new deck. It's called Shadow Knight Main. A lot of the same abilities, but just kind of rearranged in a way that is more convenient. I did get rid of a few abilities. I got rid of Whirling Blades. I got rid of a lot of AoE stuff. I got rid of Rend. And I really kind of focused down on just a couple of combos. I also expanded out my action, like combat abilities, instead of just being 1 and 2, all the way up to number 4. I moved all my defensive abilities back here and actually rebound this to Z on my keyboard. And I put my buffs over to this one, and I put that on X. I got rid of Root. Actually, I put Root in a couple areas here. And I keep Douse locked on my bar now, and just because this is very important to have in PvP, because a lot of people are using that Fiery Decay damage over time spell, which does a lot of fire damage, and this removes that. So it's good to have this kind of locked on the bar. So what I did is, like I said, I took out a bunch of non-essential abilities, and I'm really focusing down on 2 combos, and that is my quadruple slash combo, which is right here, which is thrust and double slash combined equals quadruple slash. Very good high damage combo, especially with two-handed sword. And Fiery Decay, which is what I was running before, which is this guy. So high hitting, damage over time, fire spell. And then the only other abilities that I'm keeping here are Body Slam and Coup de Grace, which is my finisher, and this is sort of my gap closer slash stunner. And that's it. It's really kind of leaned out, it's a lot more functional. I'm not really waiting around for combos as much. I'm getting a lot of combos just off of these 4 buttons. It's working out pretty nicely. So let's take a look out, get out of here, go find some combat real quick, and show you guys how this kind of works. So as you can see, got some really nice lightning effects and weather effects. This was just recently added to the game in the last build. I know it's kind of laggy because I haven't been outside yet, so it's kind of hitching a little bit. Game still needs to be optimized. It's all good. It actually runs really nice for a game in as early of a state that it is. I was watching an interview with Richard Garriott last night. It's the post-mortem that they did for release 20, I think, and where they were talking about when they what the different stages of the game is going to be as far as like pre-alpha, alpha, and beta, and then finally release. What they were saying is, they want alpha to be function complete, or feature complete, I'm sorry, and basically ready to go. And then they're saying they'll have a moderate alpha and then a short beta and going into launch. I feel like we're kind of getting to that point. It's coming up pretty quick here. So right here, I didn't really, you didn't see this in my last video, but so this is our town right here on the map. It's this little area. It doesn't have a tag over it. I don't know if it's ever going to, but we actually have a world plot for our town. And as you can see, it's right outside of Kingsport. It's kind of really dark out. Let me get the light up for you real quick. So there's our town right here, these little houses. This lightning looks really good. So, let's go into... I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go kill some wolves real quick. So the game kind of has a cool overland map, and then they call these scenes. So they're kind of like zones, you know, like Deep Ravenswood. Some of these are like NPC villages where you can like place a house and stuff. And some of them, like the marsh over here, you know, are more combat zones. Braemar, I think, is a town. I haven't really explored a lot of this yet, but here's where I want to go. Ravensmoor. I was in here yesterday killing some wolves, and it's actually a nice spot to get some experience and to make some money too. Zone times aren't that bad. Well, it's daytime. That's one thing they need to work on. Is like when it's nighttime and raining out in the overland map, it needs to be nighttime and raining when you zone into a place. Oh, getting attacked by skeletal archers. I don't want to mess with those guys. So as you can see, now these are both the same ability. You see how they're kind of both green? So what you can do is you can combine those. It's called stacking cards. And I think it increases the potency of it, or it decreases the focus cost. I'm not sure. So we're going to combo that together. We got ourselves a quadruple slash. There we go. Let's get a skeleton up here real quick. So one of the best ways to kind of make money that I've found, and I kind of owe this to my guild master for letting me know about this, is you skin these wolves and you get this animal hide. Sometimes you'll get a material called sway, which is spelled S-U-E-T, and you can use that stuff to make these items called what are they, supple leather straps, and you can sell those to vendors, and it's a good way to make some money if you're starting off. Pretty funny. Just a few days ago, if I was coming in here, I would get wrecked by these grizzly bears, these timber wolves. Tough, but progress nicely. You really start to feel a lot stronger when you go into certain areas that you haven't been for a long time. Also, here, I'll show you guys how the skeleton mage works. He's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna worry about skinning that guy. Getting some fights over here. So if you're in combat mode, you got a guy targeted, he'll just start firing off stuff. And the mages are cool in that, you know, if anything gets too close to them, they just kind of turn around and run. And they try to keep a distance between them and whatever's attacking them. But they do really good damage. It's nice to have a mage on, because if you saw that skeletal archer that attacked me in the beginning, the skeletal archers act the same way as the mages in that, you know, if I'm melee fighting them and I get too close, they'll turn around and run. So as a melee fighter, it gets really annoying to constantly be chasing down the enemies as they're running from you. But if I've got a mage pet with me, he just sit back and just cast on him the whole time. So some fiery decay on this guy. This thing just does massive damage over time. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I made a note on my last video because a lot of people were asking me, like, do you have to drag and drop, you know, abilities for combos to work? Like, you gotta drag it over like that, because that could be really annoying in combat. So yeah, you know, you don't have to do that. One way you can do it is just by pushing R on the keyboard, and that activates you into combo mode. And so you can hit R like this, R, you see this popped up, select hotkeys to combo, hit 1, 3, and then number 3 becomes the combo ability. And you can use that to hit it. So I don't know if it's the best system, because you do end up finding yourself just kind of staring at your hotbar more than up here. But I don't, I personally can't think of a better way to do it. I'm sure there is. Maybe they could have some kind of alert like up here. I remember there was a game I was playing that would do that. I can't remember which game it was. Maybe Age of Conan or something, where it would pop up, combos up here. And maybe just like have an execute combo button or something like that. But that might make it too easy. I mean, I think they like having it so that you have to execute the combo yourself, manually. I don't know. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, this is another cool thing about this game. So, wildlife will fight other wildlife. Like, you see these skeletal mages hanging out in this graveyard over here. Like, this wolf just kind of wandered in there, and they're not having any of that. You see how he's running from me? That's why it can be annoying. So sometimes you gotta like try and position yourself so that you don't run them into other monsters. You gotta get to the other side of them, then they'll kind of run back and forth. It's sort of like playing a little mini game with them. That's the reason why I don't like fighting the undead too much, is because the mages and the archers, you can't just kill them. They tend to get up and revive themselves a couple times here. There we go. Have some fiery decay for you. Still. The way you know that they're dead, see, I think the mages get up like 3 times, but the easy way to tell if they're dead is just by hovering your mouse over their corpse, and if it turns green and they're lootable, they're dead. There we go. See, now I can loot them. Alright, well that's almost done with this. I'm going to run down here. I'm going to see if this guy is up. Because down here, there's a big bad. I think they put him in either this release or last release. See if I can make my way over to him. Uh-oh. There's a big old troll that supposedly lives on this island. I haven't seen him, but I was told by my guild not to go over there. But you know what? I'm going over there. What could possibly go wrong? If anything, you can see what happens when you die. Oh. Yep. Let's see how bad this guy is. See how hard he hits. I'll be pretty mad if I can kill this guy solo. Oh no. That's not good. Nope. Ah, dead. So when you die, you kind of turn into this ghost, and what you need to do is, if you don't find a resurrection ankh or ankh, you will revive in, I think it sends you back to the beginning of the zone, but you will revive with death penalty on you. And I don't even know if this zone has a resurrection ankh. You would normally see it up here on the compass. It's kind of cool too, like, enemies and people will look like these little wisps when you're in the spirit world. And I don't know how long you have, but I think it's like you have like a minute or 30 seconds or something like that to get to one. Alternatively, if you're in a group of people and one of those players has this resurrection spell. Oh, yeah, see, I didn't make it in time. So, oh, that's not good. I'm going to get out of there. If one of your group members has the resurrection spell, they can cast that on your corpse and you'll get revived there. That's a little ways down the life tree, though, in Magic. So yeah, that's at the bottom here. So you'd have to get both of these abilities to 10 to unlock resurrection. So, alrighty, well that's it. Just like I said, little update video, kind of showing some combat mechanics and, you know, the new deck. I like it so far. It seems to be working really well. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you like it, and thanks again. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.